you have to pay for every belt that you win, there's a sanctioning fee. So now if a fighter wins an interim belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. If a fighter has just the regular belt, he has to pay a sanctioning fee. Then if a fighter is a super champion, then he has to pay a sanctioning fee. This is not good for the sport of boxing.
Y'all see them though.
The undisputed king of boxing has just been robbed. Less than 3 months after Terence "Bud" Crawford shocked the world by dethroning Canelo Alvarez and becoming the face of the sport, he has now been stripped of his title. He didn't lose it in the ring, didn't get outboxed, and didn't get knocked out. He lost it because he refused to pay what he called a ransom. The World Boxing Council demanded a massive $300, zero sanctioning fee from Crawford just to keep the green belt he had already earned. When Crawford refused, they stripped him immediately. But the real explosion comes from the reaction of the boxing community.
Firmly on Terence Crawford's side on this one. What do they do? Like, someone needs to tell me what they do. Because ultimately, again, the commission do the majority of things in terms of you put a fight in Vegas, it'll be the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they will appoint the judges. I mean, one thing they do, I guess, is that clean boxing program thing with VADA. But I'm pretty sure, and I stand to be corrected, that it's the fighters that pay for that as well. So what do they do, people, that they think that they can just go and take a percentage of a fighter's purse? Nah. And look, the green and gold belt is, obviously it's very prestigious. For me, it's the best belt in boxing. I sometimes kind of battle with that in the Ring magazine belt. But that doesn't mean you can just take the piss. It really doesn't mean you can do whatever you want to do, that you can just make up a percentage, that you can ask for a fighter for a percentage of their purse. No. And all this as well, like, this thing, like, surely before a fight, if you are going to take a percentage, surely that has to be written down, contract, lawyered up. Like, I'm surprised that's why it's even more crazy. It's the wild, wild west. Like, surely if this is the percentage you're going to take from Crawford, it's, okay, Crawford, in order to have this undisputed fight, which is very prestigious, this is the percentage we're taking from you. And Crawford signs it off before the fight's even done. In fact, before his purse is even given to him, that percentage is already removed. The fact that you are waiting on Crawford just to pay you, big WBC for me is wild within itself.
While Crawford is going nuclear on social media, threatening to expose the entire system, another dangerous fighter has stepped in with a response that is chilling in its simplicity. Isaac Pitbull Cruz, a man who fights like every opponent owes him money, was asked about the controversy, and his reaction reveals the dark, unspoken truth about boxing politics that fans rarely get to hear.
Him $300,000 plus another $100K something for sanction fees, right? They ain't gonna tell me I ain't even apologize. Like, who the fuck you think I am? Boy, you better slap your fucking self. Ain't paying your ass shit. Fuck you talking about pay you $300,000. What makes you so motherfucking better than any other sanctioned bodies? Huh? Answer that question. What makes you better than the WBO, the IBF, or the WBA? Everybody accepted what I was giving them. But you, the WBC, think that you better than everybody, don't you? So since you, the WBC, and you got the fucking green belt, which don't mean fucking shit, fucking real belt is the ring belt, which is free.
To understand why Pitbull's response hit so hard, you need to see the level of disrespect Crawford just endured. This wasn't a polite disagreement. This was war. On December 3rd, the WBC officially removed Crawford as the super middleweight champion. Crawford didn't wait for a statement. He went live on Instagram, furious. In a rant that has already gone viral, he stared into the camera and sent a direct message to WBC President Mauricio Suleiman. He said, "Who do you think I am? You better slap yourself."
It makes sense. I'm the motherfucker that's putting my life on the line, not you. You ain't stepping your motherfucking ass in that ring. You or nobody else. You or nobody else. So why should I have to pay to carry your belt? You should be paying me. If you want to be truthful, you should be paying me. I don't see it. It irks my nerves how this dude gets on a plane, gets a hotel suite. Him and his buddies, they go out to dinner, 5-star meals, all that, you know, and guess who got to pay for it? Us fighters. We paying for y'all to come out here, have the time of y'all life, stay in the best hotels of y'all life, and it's all done on our dime. It's done on our dime. Do that sound right to y'all? It's crazy, ain't it? We the one out there getting battered, knocked upside our head, and every time we step foot in the ring, we gotta pay them a sanction fee like they the government. We getting taxed.
Crawford explained that the WBC wanted hundreds of thousands of dollars just for the privilege of holding their belt. He refused. He said he offered them what he believed was a fair amount, the same fee that organizations like the IBF and WBO accepted. But the WBC wanted more. When the pound-for-pound king refused to be exploited, they took his championship. This created a massive argument that is now dividing the entire sport.
We made a very clear 0.6%, which is $300,000, with $225,000 going to the Jose Sulaiman Boxers Fund, which is to help former fighters in need. And it is just regrettable. Not even a thank you or I'm sorry, taking a different route. No response. I wish him the best. But this is not. The WBC is huge, it's great, it's about greatness, and I'm relieved.
Just think about it. Fighters are the ones risking their lives, taking punches, cutting weight, and stepping into danger every single time they enter the ring. Meanwhile, sanctioning officials, the men in suits, who never risk a hit, use these huge fees to fly first class, stay in luxury hotels, and dine at expensive restaurants paid for by fighters. Crawford called the green belt a trophy and pointed out that the prestigious Ring magazine belt, which identifies the true lineal champion, is completely free. It represents greatness, not a bill. By exposing all this, Crawford is saying something dangerous. The alphabet belt fans obsess over might just be expensive scams draining fighters.
Mauricio, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Because everybody in the world know you was going for Canelo. You was mad that I beat Canelo. It's okay. It happens. You know? But if you a real fan of the sport, you would have, you know, said congratulations instead of having that little smirk on your face, all mad and pouting. But listen though, you should have took the money and you should have been thankful and grateful that I was rocking your belt around as your champion. As your champion, the WBC champion. The undisputed champion at that. But you want to make it about you. You want to say, oh, well, you stripped me. Like, I've been stripped before. IBF just stripped me when I was at 147. Doesn't matter. I'm still considered the undisputed champion. I'm still the champion in the division. Because you know why? The only belt that's recognizable as the champion is the ring belt, baby. That's the #1 belt in the division. That trumps all belts.
So where does Pitbull Cruz fit in? Cruz is in the middle of fight week, preparing to defend his title against Lamont Roach Jr. When reporters asked him about Crawford's situation, they expected him to support Crawford or attack the system. Instead, Cruz gave the coldest, most disciplined answer possible. He didn't shout or complain. He simply said, "We have to pay." It was a blunt reality check. Cruz said he respects Crawford's opinion, but for him and his team, this is just part of the business. He added, "We stay out of that drama." To Cruz, sanctioning fees are just another obstacle, no different from facing a southpaw. or dealing with a tough judge. You don't cry about it. You move.
Subriel Matias tested positive for Osterine. He's the WBC champion. You guys are fighting for the interim. WBC gave him like a year probation. He's still facing that guy Smith in like a month or so. Just what are your thoughts on that he tested positive and no, they're not taking the belt. Doesn't seem to be really facing any consequences. What's your thoughts on that?
Bueno, ¿qué opinas de la falta de consecuencias ante la situación de Subriel Matías, que dio positivo de Ostarina? La Comisión Mundial de Boxeo le dio un probation de un año, pero más allá de eso, él sigue peleando dentro de un mes, no parece que pasa nada. ¿Qué opinas?
Pues es algo que ya no se vuelve limpio y creo que deben de tomar cartas en el asunto para ya ser más estrictos en esa parte, porque al final del día se está convirtiendo ya algo normal que cualquier boxeador lo esté haciendo. Igual con Jenny Beck, ya salió igual con la misma o probablemente con la misma dosis, entonces ya tiene que haber alguna sanción más fuerte y ya no debe de haber ningún tipo de porcentaje de tolerancia.